If you aren't careful, it can be really easy to get scammed when you're sourcing products for your Amazon business. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you the strategies that I use in my personal Amazon business to make sure that we do not purchase products from illegitimate suppliers. But if you're brand new to the channel, my name's Warner Fields from Fields of Profit. I'm a full-time 7-figure Amazon seller, and I buy almost all of my products from everyday retail websites, and we end up buying a lot of our products from websites that might look a little bit sketchy, so I want to go ahead and show you the things that we're looking for in websites to make sure that they're legit. And this is important not only because obviously you don't want to get scammed on your credit card, but even if you were able to get products from a supplier, you want to make sure they're legit products. You want to make sure that those invoices will work and it's not counterfeit goods or anything like that. So I'm super excited to get into it with you guys. Let's go ahead and jump into the computer over here. So I've gone ahead and pulled a couple example websites, couple example products that my product sourcing team actually found, and then we'll break down whether or not we purchased from this website. I'll show you kind of the things to look out for. And so this was the first site that we kind of stumbled across. It's just smallflower.com. It's a good idea if you've never purchased from a website before to make sure that you are going to get legitimate products and that the stuff's going to get there on time. It's got good customer service, all that kind of stuff, because you don't want to get into the scenario where you buy something and you can't return it, all that good stuff. So the first and most obvious thing that I check on all these products is just going to Trustpilot. So in this case, all I would have to do is go over to trustpilot.com. Then I'm going to plug in that website right here. So I would just do small flower right there. And then we can see right away that they have a 2.4 star rating, but something a little weird here is going on because I noticed a lot of 5-star ratings. So from here, I want to kind of dig into some of these reviews a little bit, figure out what is going on a little bit. So this person seems like they might be mad because the inventory was there for too long. Basically what we're trying to figure out is, do they ship legitimate inventory? A lot of times it's not a huge issue for us if it ships a little bit slow or the customer service isn't, A+. Sometimes you can make good money on those sites, but you just want to make sure that, they're getting legitimate product, right? And some of these reviews are also fake. So this one is a little bit hard to tell because I'm seeing, very slow shipping time, bad customer service, but then also it seems like they had a 5-star, another 5-star. So it seems kind of hit or miss here. And another thing that you'll notice is with some of these sites, like even if you punch in walmart.com, you'll notice that walmart.com has some of the worst reviews on Trustpilot. Who knows why? It's probably, I guess it's probably for some, political opinion, something like that at this point. Or there's just, such a big giant company, right? So it's hard to trust just Trustpilot. So the next thing that I look for on a lot of these websites is to see if they're on Rakuten. So basically Rakuten is a cashback provider, same as, Top Cashback, anything like that, where you can buy and get a little bit back on your transactions. And they're not going to put sites that are, scams on their service, right? They've done a little bit of work to vet it out. And so the next thing that I check a lot of times is, just punching that website into Rakuten. So in this case, nothing's popping up. Doesn't seem like they are on Rakuten. And a lot of times they will be on Rakuten, and then it's like, oh, they've kind of vetted this site out for me. It is good to go. So the other thing that I will check on some of these listings, so still we're kind of, I'm not sure on the ratings. I'm not super sure based on the Rakuten. Another thing that I'll go ahead and check on some of these websites here is to see what payment methods they accept, because certain payment methods are way harder to, scam people with. So let's just see. So we add to cart, see, maybe they don't let us add to cart, or they got us limited to 5. That's fine. All we need to do is see what payment methods we can plug in here. So PayPal, that's kind of what I'm looking for on a lot of these websites here. The fact that they have PayPal is a little bit of kind of an insurance policy, because if you're purchasing through PayPal, a lot of your transactions are going to be protected. If you buy from Small Flower in this case, and you click the PayPal button and it never comes, you can file a dispute with PayPal and they'll kind of help defend you a little bit. You could do the same thing with like a credit card chargeback, but you don't want to get in the habit of having too many of those on your record. So I am a big fan of having PayPal checkout on a lot of this. So that makes me a little bit more inclined to believe that this site is legit. Some of you guys watching this, maybe you've sourced some stuff, or maybe you're selling this very similar product. You're hoping I click away pretty fast here. But yeah, so I've never purchased from this site. So far I'm leaning towards legit, maybe just bad customer service and slow shipping times. So we definitely, based on that, we probably want a little bit higher profit, offset the risk that, maybe we can't get anything sorted out, or it ships too slow and the prices tank, something like that. And so the other thing that I want to check in this case is literally just Googling them. So Small Flower. And then, sometimes it might even be a good idea to do, like Reddit and see, what people are saying about that site. Keep in mind, it can all be faked, of course. So be extra careful, but really just kind of looking through here and seeing what people are saying about it. So Small Flower seems like they might be talking about is like a retail location. So it's a little bit hard to tell. So smallflower.com, order there. Let's see. So obviously a lot of these can be fake. Small issue, online department of, an in-person apothecary in Chicago. So in this case, if it's basically like the online version of a real retail storefront, you'll see that pretty often as well. I would tend to trust those a little bit as well. So the other thing you can do on some of these websites is see if they do have, a physical retail storefront. You can do the same thing with any wholesalers you're working with, any other websites you're looking for. See if there's any like kind of physical address. So yeah, to order by phone, call MERS Apothecary, our retail store. That's perfect. So based on that, you'd probably just want to Google them here real quick. Seems like that's kind of their retail storefront there. Based on a lot of this stuff we've been able to read, it kind of connecting the dots makes me believe that I bet they're probably just doing some kind of online sales through that retail storefront, or maybe a distribution center somewhere nearby. So they're probably just not like a huge company. That might be why they ship a little bit slowly sometimes, but they do seem to be somewhat legit in this case. So while that other site looked pretty legit, I also want to show you an example of one that I personally would stay away from. Again, you can let me know in the comments if I'm wrong on this, but I just want to show you a couple of the red flags that make me think that this website could potentially be misleading, selling products that you might not ever receive, something like that. So we found this product here. It was something, somewhat interesting, but you plug it into Trustpilot over here. I noticed that there's a ton of 5-star reviews and there's a ton of 1-star reviews, which to me tells me that it's probably fake reviews if there's a ton of 5-star and then also a ton of 1-star, where they're having to maybe offset all the real 1-star reviews. So, placed the order 2 weeks ago, received the confirmation, nothing else, and it looks like they probably got charged and didn't get anything back. Good customer service, wasn't able to get anything, but I ordered, it took me an hour. So even this was a bad experience and it was a 4-star rating there. So a lot of 5-star rating mixed up with my order is very interesting there. Yeah, so the reviews don't look good right away, but just a couple bad reviews doesn't mean that it's a scam necessarily. The other thing I noticed is when I added some of these products to cart over here, if I go to checkout, I noticed that this product is, you can only use Visa and MasterCard, which maybe they're very picky with their payment processors or something like that, or more likely those are some of the easier cards to not be able to get chargebacks and not be able to get some of your money back through, which was another pretty big red flag in this case. And then the other thing that is just a good idea to do, like we did with the other one, so Health Central USA reviews, just throw up a quick Google review. The other thing you can check here is the Better Business Bureau. These reviews are tend to be a little bit more reliable as well. It's through kind of the government almost. So on here you can see a bunch of complaints that people had kind of put in here for Health Central USA. They're not accredited. They have 1 star out of 5. They're F rating on the Better Business Bureau. So that's another thing that makes me somewhat apprehensive to purchase from them. And then you can also see lots of other options here. I saw they were bragging about their reviews on this site, which very easily could be fake. I've never seen this store before, or this review method, that kind of thing. Maybe it's legit, maybe it's not. In this case, it seems like it's almost a review platform that's targeted towards the website instead of towards the customer. More reviews, more traffic conversion. That's very interesting. So the only one that has them rated very highly is something that seems to be very catered for sellers or for e-commerce stores that just want more ratings for more traffic or for whatever reason. Here's Scam Advisor also says that they are not good to go for. The other thing you can do is look for social media pages. So Health Central USA, like Facebook or whatever, see if they have a Facebook page. If it has a lot of likes, a lot of like real people commenting on it, sometimes it can be hard to tell, but it's a good idea to dig in to as many of these things as possible. Stick to kind of the review websites, check and see if they have trustworthy payment methods. That only taking credit cards is a little bit weird on that site. Sometimes I've even seen sites that only take like a debit card, which is even harder to get your money back when they kind of inevitably scam you. So yeah, definitely be on the lookout for all this kind of stuff. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and got a ton of value out of it. Hopefully you're able to go out there and save yourself from getting scammed. If you guys did get value out of this video and you want to add some value back to my business, please hit the subscribe button down below. I would really appreciate that. If you guys have any questions, comments, anything like that, feel free to drop that in the comment section down below as well. Always happy to answer those for you guys. But I really appreciate you guys watching this video, and I will see you next time.